This is the map of the entire world, divided into 73 parts, and each mob has been given a territory to defend. And this roulette will define which mob will start out the fight. In this case, it's the llama. About this arrow, it'll choose the direction in which the mob will attack. West's chosen. So, the llama that's in Europe will attack in the direction of the Vex, which is representing that part of North America. And here it is. The llama is already attacking Vex with its spits. And Vex has started to strike back with his sword. Let's see who wins this battle. They're just staring at each other. Vex has attacked again. With only a little life left, Vex's managed to survive. I mean, the llama has been eliminated from this territory, and this one that was hers is now dominated by the Vex. And the riot goes on till one of the 73 mobs takes over the whole world. Now the roulette is a little bit smaller. It's already spinning though, and the next competitor is the wolf. The wolf, which is here in the middle of North America, will compete with the mob to its west and let the fight begin. Well, the wolf has already started attacking the turtle. The turtle isn't even fighting back, dude. Come on, turtle. She's dead. So the wolf has just taken over the turtle's whole territory. The next jury on the roulette chose the mule, and the mule's arrow has gone northwest. So it's gonna be mule versus Ale. Whether they can fight to tell the truth, that beats me. Check that out. Mule's hitting Ale pretty hard, bro. Jeez, Ale's down, and his territory now belongs to Mule. In the next battles, Strays knocked Fish out by one hit. The skeleton has taken out the Strider, who didn't even move. The skeletons knocked the skeleton horse out. The Vindicator dominated the wolf's territory. The Wither skeleton dominated the zombie villager's territory. The Creeper's taken out the dolphin, whereas the Panda's blown up the pig. I could keep on narrating this riot at a fast pace, but now we'll have to... The first battle between two flying mobs. I truly have no clue who's gonna win. Well, let's just lay the groundwork for them to fight. The Ghast has started shooting fireballs, but he hasn't hit that yet. Bee's going all the way toward Ghast. She can't get to the core, though. Jeez, Bee's territory has been taken all over by Ghast's one. Given 73 mobs, we're down to 62. And I can't wait to see Ravager competing in this video. It's like waiting for Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Neymar to play in the World Cup, you know? But that's only possible if Roulette wants it. Yeah, so let's see which mob will compete now. And bless my soul. Just kidding, it's crashed. Just the Mushroom Cow. Mushroom Cow versus the Bat, is that even possible? Well, I set them up to be pissed with each other here. And it looks like the cow really wants to attack the bat, but he's just running away. Oops, the cow is attacking the bat. No freaking way! Mushroom Cow's just taken down the most useless mob in Minecraft. And there are only 61 mobs left. The Stray and the regular skeleton. I'm gonna open the gates for them to start fighting and we'll find out which one is the strongest. They're idle. I wonder if they're like, what am I doing hitting my brother? Yeah, pal. Better saying, we can't fight at all. You guys gotta fight, man. Only one will survive. And this battle is really curious, because there's no way of figuring who will win. They're practically identical mobs. No way. It looks like the Stray hit much harder. But the skeletons took out the snow skeletons. As you can see, a fraction of South America and another one of Africa has been taken over by the skeleton. For the time being, Vindicator's in charge of North America, whereas the Creepers in charge of Oceania, Ravager, Zoglin, and Sniffer are the mobs that I am looking forward to seeing fighting in this video. In fact, it's time to spin another wheel and find out who the next competitor is. Cat's chosen. The cat will compete with the mob to its north. I've never seen the camel fighting in Minecraft, but the cat is approaching so calmly here. Insane. He's really attacking Camel, man. Won't Camel defend himself? That's a lie. Gee, I'm dumbstruck. A kitten of that size is taking Camel out because Camel has no attack mode in the game. But don't be sad if you're rooting for Camel because there are still plenty of mobs and none of them have used the special effects that are spread all over the world. Let's spin the roulette and then I'll be explaining special effects later. And the fight will now be between the cow and the mob to its southeast. The girls are already fighting here and I don't really know who's going to win, but I bet it'll be the spider. That's right, she won it. Another territory conquered by a cave mob. After several battles held in between mobs and shrinking it to 39, our map looks like this. We've still got a long way to go to find out which is the strongest mob in the game. With the roulette updated to 39 mobs, I'm rooting for a little Sniffer or some other powerful mob, and Vex is chosen. Oops, if the arrow points left, we'll see a competition between Vex and Vindicator. They're used to being friends. Time to check where this fight goes, bro. Geez, Vindicator has already started beating Vex. 0 chances for the little dude, man. Lowering the number of mobs to 38. And he's one of the favorites for this video since Warden wasn't included because everyone would know the outcome of the end of the video if he'd been. And I'm rooting for the roulette to pick a really tough nut mob. Oops, there's gonna be one a hella battle. Polar Bear versus the mob in southeast of him. It'd be a battle against Ravager. But he's beaten up the special effect here. And that icon means strength. In the next battle, Polar Bear will be fighting with a strengthening potion number 2 applied. And the arrows pointed to the same direction. And the fight will be between Polar Bear and Ravager. And let the fight between Ravager and Polar Bear begin with strength 2, man. Wow, the bear can't attack him. This big bull here has got chances of winning this competition. He's just knocked out a bear at strength 2. So all this territory whose was bears is now Ravagers. And the roulette is defining the next competition. Another arduous mob was picked, Pillager. And the arrows pointed northeast. Pillager versus Piglin Brute. The battle began and Piglin Brute devastated Pillager. Roulette spinning and the next competitor is the mule. And the spinning arrows pointed south. And that gray area is the ghast. Let the fight begin, poor mule. Dude, it's already on fire and it doesn't stand a chance. All the ghast has to do is fly away from her. Ouch, it caught fire again. Farewell, mule. You were a vigorous warrior, but the ghast has taken you over. About you, Sniffer, aren't you going to compete? Without wasting any time, the roulette now picked the Sniffer. And the spinning arrows pointed east. Let the fight begin between the great Sniffer and the mushroom cow. They're already fighting, my god. I had no clue you were so powerful, Sniffer. All this territory that used to belong to the cow is now Sniffer's. The roulette keeps spinning, cause there are still 34 mobs to be defined. And this time the Wither Skeleton has been chosen. Wither Skeleton, who is going to gnaw the mob in the northeast direction. A hella fight will be held in now. I don't know. No chance for the Wither Skeleton. After 22 intense battles and 21 eliminations, there are only 12 mobs left, and they really are the most powerful. Iron Golem, Evoker, Enderman, and there's a squid in the middle, right? The roulette is much easier to be viewed that there are only 12 mobs. And the next contest is Zoglin's, and the arrow is pointing south. Zoglin is already there, ready to fight the Vindicator. The gates have been opened. And let's see who takes it, man. I think Zoglin will get this one. There's no way Vindicator can do it. Indeed, Zoglin has proved much stronger than the Vindicator. But will he prove to be the strongest mob in Minecraft? It's so neat. From these 11 mobs, only one shall conquer the entire world. I'm eager to know how many beatings Squid will be taken out. But it won't be now that we find out, because it's the Elder Guardian's turn. And the Elder Guardian's arrow is pointing at the Evoker. Easy, Enderman, your time is upcoming. And let the fight between the Elder Guardian and the Evoker begin. The Vexes are already beating the Guardian. And the Guardian has been taken out. The roulette, which now only has 10 mobs left, is spinning. And the next competitor is the Enderman. The arrow points west, so the Summoner will take part again. Summoner versus Enderman, let the fight begin. Look at that, my boy. The Evoker has already performed that alligator attack under the Enderman. He's done another circular attack now, but the Enderman has won. The Evoker's cubs even taken the Enderman out, but the first to die is always the one to be taken. The next roulette picked the Iron Golem, and the arrow pointed downwards. And I have no idea who's gonna win this one, bro, because Piglin Brute and Iron Golem have much life, but the Iron Golem has just proved to be stronger than the Piglin Brute. Unfortunately, the territories around this weakness effect are all golems. I mean, no one can get to this effect, so he'll have to hope that the arrow doesn't point here. The next roulette chose a Sniffer, and the arrow pointed to the strength effect again. The arrow is spinning again to define Avilain, who is the Enderman. And let the fight begin. Wow, another whole territory turned purple. We're approaching the final stretch to discover the strongest surviving mob. And I'm pretty sure it's not this one. Squid has been picked. And poor Squid is gonna have to fight Ravager. Since all this red territory belongs to the big guy here, do we really need to see this? Unfortunately, that was more than expected, right? Only one of the 6 mobs on the roulette will survive. And the Iron Golem is now the contender. And the arrow has set up a battle between Iron Golem and Enderman. I don't even reckon I have to set them up to fight. So we know that the Enderman will keep teleporting and running away. But one day he'll have to get out of there to attack the Golem. Otherwise, nobody wins this battle. Whoa! You're fighting! It's fighting! Oh my god! He's teleported over the arena! And I'm just watching from VIP area. Now what? Yeah, the big guy here didn't take any hits. I mean, everything in purple on this map now belongs to the Iron Golem. I wonder if Ravager, that big one, will let that happen? I'll only find out if I spin the wheel. Another Minecraft mutant was picked, and his arrow pointed totally in Ravager's direction. And this promises to be one of the most intense battles in Minecraft. Cause these are some of the strongest mobs in the game, and I have no clue how Zoglin died. And Ravager has just taken over all of Zoglin's territory. Man, it's really flummoxing. I don't know who's gonna win. Iron Golem will now compete against a mob that's below him. And it's one of the most anticipated battles in all of Minecraft. And these mobs here don't even need to be started with the battle mod, owing that they already fight naturally in the game. I mean, it's an intense rivalry that exists. About the Iron Golem, the defender of the villages is really capable of defending. He's just taken over one of the largest territories in this domination mode. And this is what the map looks like with 3 mobs remaining. The Iron Golem, which is an earth mob, the Guardian, which is an ocean mob, and the Shulker, which is a mob from the end. The problem is if the Iron Golem is unlucky enough to get the weakness effect, then Guardian or Shulker might win. But it could also get the resistance effect from the arrow. Let's spin the roulette wheel and find out which mob will be competing now. And it's Shulker. Shulker's arrow is pointing down and to the right, and it doesn't even need an arrow, owing that there are Iron Golems everywhere. But let's get them competing. And Shulker is defending himself against the Iron Golem. He just didn't stand a chance. He managed to blow one hit. One hit and the Iron Golem is levitating, and yet another territory has been taken over by the Iron Golem. Now, there are only 2 mobs left, the Iron Golem and the Guardian. The Guardian's only justice is that the roulette picks the Iron Golem, and the arrow points to that weakness. Otherwise, so long. The roulette for the grand final is spinning. Incredibly, it has stopped at the Iron Golem. The Guardian still has a chance, and the arrow that will define everything is spinning. And you can't be serious, right? It stopped on the weakness effect, man. That could change the whole outcome of this video. The Iron Golem will now deal 4 less damage, and let the final battle begin. Wow, the Golem moves really slowly, man. Oh my god, he's hitting the Guardian and the Guardian isn't fighting back. I'm wondering if, regardless of the weakness, is the Iron Golem the strongest in Minecraft? That's what we're about to find out. And the Iron Golem is the strongest mob in the game. It's just become the last surviving mob from domination mode, which included all the mobs in the game minus the bosses. And click on the video that appears on the screen now to continue watching more amazing content.